this or improved. So we will see what can be done. Just speed this up. Don't know if this is ranked or not. We'll find out shortly. Appears to be ranked. First pick Tiny's weird. Necrophos, great hero. I love him. Lena's good mid. Necrolite's so good. He's going with broken alts. Wow, that's an early NP pick. These picks are kind of weird. Bounty's a good counter to NP, so I like that. Ember's a fine mid, so you don't really know what roles these guys are going in. This is going to be the last pick, Slark. So, right now it looks like an off-lane Bounty, Tiny safe lane, Lena mid. I don't know. These lanes are getting a little weird. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see how they pan out. But I mean, I would assume Lena's going to be a mid. Maybe she's a support. Maybe Tiny's mid. There's a lot of flexibility. Shit, this is all carry all the time. So, ugh. And Slark should feed on this Shadow Feed and profit, so that's fine. Tiny should be able to push. Leading, I mean, like they've got a lot of good team fight and kind of burst damage. So, I guess a lot of like kind of fragile heroes who need farm to actually do stuff. So I think the Slark pick's fine. It's important to know when Slark's good and when Slark's bad. That was a Tinker. They have no support. So this is definitely. I mean, I'd be huge for Radiance. Ring of Protection, Stout Shields, Branches of Tangos is fine. Starting item. Vino's busy dicking around in the fountain. That would drive me nuts. So let's see what happens.
It's in the bag.
Slark running around, crazy person. In general, this is a basic. If you start with a Quelling Blade, make sure you cut the pole cam trees on the Radiance. You don't have a Quelling Blade this time, but in the future, and anytime you do have a hero who does, it is a pretty big deal for supports. It'll help them out. It'll encourage them to do double pulls. So just in the future, keep that as a random thing. It's a small little tidbit that some people might not think of doing. You get both runes, great. Lena's kind of zoning out. I think keep an eye on your support, see what they're doing. If this Vino were more aggressive, you guys might have had an early first blood. First stat isn't Pounce good. Pounce is clearly like the best spell to get, especially. Wow, this Lena is going in deep. This Lena is not messing around. Like Lena is. Oh, we got the. That's what it is. He's jungling, or he's doing the ancients. That ballsy is all hell. Like this has got to get punished. Like this has to be punished right now. You have to know that as a team. Like if they're running profit in lane, and Necrolite's missing, he's doing that ancient bullshit. Got to punish him. So you should be aiming for at least 40 last hits at 10 minutes. That's like the general hey I can carry kind of thing. More than 40 is great, and you should aim for as many as you can. Wow, this is aggression. Oh, go in. Nice Pounce. This should be a first blood. You might get 2 out of this. You're probably gonna get 2 out of this. Oh no, back off. That was a kill right there. That was a kill. The Lena hit the stun again. Pounce wasn't up, but you're getting an attack off or 2 might have gotten there. Don't be afraid to dive a little bit. I mean, don't like throw away deaths, but like that was a kill you possibly could have gotten. And against a Shadow Fiend, that would have been decent. Go back to you. Buy it, turn it off. You missed the last hit there because you don't need to go all the way in. You can just kind of try to figure out the threshold for the secret shop. Like that might have cost you, 30, 40 gold there. Maybe not. It's a good missing our last hit. Gotta get better at that. I mean, I'd more worried about denying is really important because your supports are doing a good job zoning. Lena's doing a particularly good job, and like this Shadow Fiend can't get much. So right now, like this is a big thing. It's 2 minutes into the game. Prophet's no longer on the map, and Necrolite's on the map. So they are playing such a greedy lineup. It's not even funny. They've got 1 in each lane, 1 in the jungle, 1 at the ancients. So this is one of those things where it looks like they're gonna just like even if Shadow Fiend gets no farm, it just gets sucks a little bit of experience. They're gonna get so much out of the map. It's not even funny because they got jungler and ancients and prophets most likely no Midas and Necrolite might consider it too. And like they're gonna be playing for like ultra late game. So I mean what I would have done there if I were you is just say, hey, I can kind of 1v1 the Shadow Fiend, I think. And Mr. Last Hit can't do that. I mean, you still got 10 and 10, which is really good right now. I'd be vocal with my supports. You start ganking these guys. Like I can try to 1v1 now. I got 4 tangos. I got a ring. I got some armor. I got some regen. I'll be fine. They gotta harass. You can't let these. Punishing a greedy lineup is a very important thing, and Lena's doing it now. That's good on her. Lena sees it. Even if she just sucks the experience out of this, it's huge. Yeah, Lena's doing a great job, so this is huge. Now Prophet's coming in. Your Vino should be here. Your Lena's got to punish this. This has got to be a death. This has got to be a death right here. And if it's not, it's on your Vino man. So yeah, your Vino man just screwed this up. Your Vino's got to be there. Like Lena by herself can't do much, but Lena with your Vino's just sitting here sucking up experience. He's literally doing nothing, and he's dropping words for no reason. Bounty kills the Ember, good. I mean, just make sure you get your last hits. You're at 16 at 3 minutes, so you're on pace for 50 around. If it stays up, which is very good. I mean, 50 at 10 minutes is where you want to be. If you're at 40, this was a 3v2 to start, and you're kind of getting free farm here. But your Shadow Fiend can hit hard and steal a last hit or two from you with a deny. So I mean, if you just keep this pace up, you're doing well. You're gonna go Ring of Akia, good. Ring of Akia. There's a couple ways to play him, like Slark. You can go Ring of Akia. Like drums is a popular item. Shadow Blade's a popular item. I don't like Poor Man's Shield. You clicked on it, you're not going Poor Man's Shield. Good. You got your solid so far. Still on pace for 50 last hits. This Vino's really sloppy. This Vino's probably got like 1 deny, 3 denies. Okay, 3 denies. Lena's got none, and you've got 6. So you got 9 denies in a 3v1, and Shadow Fiend's probably got like 7 last hits. Wow, he's got 11. So yeah, this Shadow Fiend's getting a lot out of a solo lane. Like this can be pulled right here. If this is pulled and you're fighting under your tower, between the pounce and the slow and the Lena stuns, like he can't do shit. You punish like Gale is so good if he can't run to his tower in 2 seconds. I think I mean, I don't know if you know the people you're playing with or it's like just a random pub. I would communicate more in terms of, hey, we need to pull and gain control of this lane. The Shadow Fiend's getting too much out of it. Like if an offlaner's got what 15, 13 last hits. I mean he's on pace for 25, 26 last hits, which isn't great. But in a solo offlane against 2 or 3, that's great. And you got, I mean overall, let's look at the CS. Yeah, I mean you're first, but then they got like the next 3, and then they've got a Necrolite who he's only got 8, but they're ancients, and and overall in farm, like this Shadow Fiend should not be getting so much. Like their offlane Shadow Fiend in a 1v2, 1v3 is getting more last hits than your mid. That's a red flag, and that's a huge problem. I mean you're up in kills, which is good. So I mean that was risky. Like this Shadow Fiend's 6. Well, he went Requiem, which is bad, but you gotta heal up. A big thing on a Slark, you can't be afraid to buy extra regen. Like I know you just want to toughen it up, stay in lane, you get to 6. Can't miss those under the tower last hits. I don't know if you can last under the tower or not. That's a very important skill to learn. It's 5 tower shots and then 1 attack if you have like 70 damage or more. Shadow Fiend dies, which is great. This bounty is active, which you gotta be loving. Yeah, it's one of those things. If you can hit under the tower, that's fine. I mean, you missed that one. Maybe it just was one you weren't paying attention on. You just missed, and that'll happen. But if you can't last under a tower, I know there's guides on YouTube. It's pretty much 5 tower shots if you're, and then you have to hit it once beforehand if you have like shit damage early on. Like right now, I think with Quelling Blade in Ring, you can in level 4 you can just one hit it after. But learning the mechanics of it will get you so much farm, especially considering that with pulls you know, you'll be under the tower. This Vino's screwing up your lane. He keeps pushing it. I'd be raging out this Vino. Like this Vino, all he's doing now is sucking up your experience and making the lane harder for you. If he were pulling, you'd have more last hits. He'd have more levels. You'd have more levels, and Shadow Fiend would be screwed. So, I mean, you know, mechanically, I mean, you know, if you don't know the lesson on a tower, I'd work on that. You said you're like a 3K MMR player, so maybe you know, maybe you don't. A big thing though, if you want to win games, so much of it comes down to communication with your teammates. Make sure that you know, if you're a carry, you know, ask them for, you know, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can I get a tango? Hey, can you do this? I mean, you don't want to boss them around, but you want to let them know what you need. And if they're a decent player, or they want to win, or, you know, they're not a prick, they'll help you out with that a lot more often than you think. If you assume they know what they're doing or what you want them to do, they are not going to do it. So you need to communicate to you. Tell the Vino to pull. I think he just might have stacked that camp. I don't know. He did possibly stack a camp. So
Illusion.
Screwed it up. Not good. So this Vino seems a bit lost. This Lena seems decent. This Bounty seems like he's going to help you out. So at 8 minutes, you are at 38 last hits. So if you can get to 50 at 10, you would have kept your pace. Got your treads, good. Yes, maxing Dark Pack first is good. So I mean, you're doing well so far. Lasting could be a little bit better, but you know, I mean, saying the last inning could be better is, you know, it's misleading. Like, I mean, you know, everyone's last inning could be better. Like this Vino's just taking your last hits. That's a huge problem. I'd have been unhappy. So it looks like you're going drums. Good. I like. I think drums is good because you want to fight early. They've got so much late game. Ring drums. Maybe after ring drums, maybe Shadow Blade is an option. Sanjin Yash is an option. I think Shadow Blade is kind of a must on him. I mean, not a must, but it's very, very good. I guess Shadow Fiend's he's at what, 30 souls, 20 souls. He did die once. Yeah, he's got 25 last hits. He's doing really well for himself. You're 6. You should not be like you're doing nothing right here. You got to back off. You're 6. You could be healing. You could be at full health right now. And you know, you might get full health now. It might not matter, but like if you want to dive, you need to be at full health. And being at full health isn't going to cost you anything. So you could have backed off there. Like this Shadow Fiend can 2-shot you if he hits his two raises. Nice. You know the ways we pushing back off. You could farm a jungle camp. I don't know what this guy's doing. Trying to pull. Hopefully he trying to stack. Hopefully he gets it.
Much obliged.
There you go. You get your hit points back. You stop. You went up in range again. No reason to do that. You gotta, as a Slark, you want to like his ult is broken in the fact that it's, you know, you never need to go back to base for health. You need to capitalize on that as often as you can. Yeah, like if you're not gonna be here for last hits, just back off. You got a bracer, good. Back off, heal up, all the way down. Back, please. Nope. Yeah, you heal just enough to you know, to get to like 600. If you take maybe a couple last you know, couple right clicks and a shadow raise, and that might cost you again. Like that's like, yeah, like you would love to be at full health right now. I mean, it looks like it might not punish you now, but maybe it will. Don't tell me it punishes you. Don't tell me it punishes you. Nah, see, yep, right there. That's one of those things. Had you had that extra 100, 200 hit points, you would have got out. Like that little thing there, just, you know, being a little more aware of your ult. I mean, that, you know, that death right there cost you 210 gold plus the 30 seconds time you could have been farming, which, you know, so right now you got 49 last hits at 11 minutes, so you're getting about 4.5 a minute. So that's about, you know, another 200 gold, 160 to 200 gold you lost just being dead. And from when you're dead to when you get back, it's at 36. cost you 100 gold there, so you're around 500 gold that cost you.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
10, 11, 12. That's not the last hit. So that cost you. That cost you about 600 gold, and I mean, right there, that's. Oh, you're not going drum bracer. I got 600 gold. I mean, that would put you almost at a Blade of Alacrity. That's the recipe for Yasha, just for free. And you just back off and utilize your ults for another 3-4 seconds. And you know, there are multiple times you could have done that. It's it's one of those things. It's a nitpicky thing, and you know, when I get nitpicky about when I play or other people play that I watch, my friends, and it's one of those things like a lot of times it won't cost you, but that one time it does is a big deal. And this time it just happened to cost you. 600 gold, maybe as a result, you'd been farming stacks, you would have maybe gotten another kill out of it. Maybe you take a tower early that changes the landscape of the game. Tread switch, I don't know if you did or not, I'm assuming you didn't. Alright, gotta utilize your mana. I mean, it's not cost you that much now, but if you're farming more stacks, it's a big deal. Tread switch, it also would have helped you with your health. You switch to in treads, hit your Q, switch to strength treads when it burns out, so you use less mana and you use less life. And missed your pounce, that will happen to the rest of us. You died again. That's one of those things you went into the lane. Oh, this guy's gonna die too. That's a big one. That's a lot of gold that Shadow Fiend just got. He got 830 gold and 1100 experience. So that was almost certainly a level for him. If not a level, at least most of it. So, yeah, that's... You guys went from 9 to 2 to 9 to 6 just right there. That's rough. So that's your 2 deaths were when you were in lane, diving, or going on someone when you weren't at full health. And that just comes down to utilizing your ult a bit better. I think the regen's insane. It's better to wait the extra couple seconds, just get that extra 35 to 40 hit points per second, and from there, I don't think you'll die either time. So that's definitely something you can work on. But your farm, you're still ahead, but I mean you definitely plateau. You were at a little over. You were averaging about 4 a minute, a little over 4.5, and you're still on that pace, but you should speed up considering you're getting more items and more levels, so you're hitting harder and clearing faster. You can kill this Shadow Fiend. Like, there's got to be a free track kill. Got to be there. Yeah, you guys will get it. Yep, you got the gold out of it. Perfect. That was a 3-man track. Your bounty hunter's doing a really good job of just making their lives a living hell. So that's good. But I mean, your teams get destroyed in terms of farm. Just right now. Yeah, so you guys are. Oof, you guys are down a lot in terms of last hits. So yeah, there's the you guys are up around 2K, and it just dipped. That was like a 3.5 to 4K swing when those 4 guys died. That was a big deal. Like you and the Vino on the Shadow Fiend. So Bracer's not bad. I don't know. I mean, maybe you could have went drums. Drums is good. Drums is really good stats, and it's useful. Like having a naked Bracer is okay, but the upgrade is actually worth it. And your drum charges will help you out early. Good. That's a good, nice, efficient way of using your Horn Blade to maximize your farm. Your team just got 2 kills. Good. Yeah. So I mean, it looks like mechanically you're pretty good. Tread switching is a big thing. Blast hitting under towers. I don't know if you know how to do that or not. You're not tread switching, so that's a problem. Like right now, I mean, you could be have another maybe say another 100 health if you were tread switching. And if you die because of it, again, that would be huge. Like this is where if you had the health. Yeah, like you didn't get punished here, but you've been punished twice in the past for those little things. And like those little things, I mean, I'm not gonna say your early death, because you weren't at full health, cost you this game. Or maybe I'm going back for drums. Good. I mean, you seem to kind of on the fence with your item choices, and that's fine because it's better to be second guessing a couple item choices than to say, hey, I'm getting Yasha every game when maybe you don't always need it. So just based on the first like 15 minutes, okay, you guys are up a decent amount. Like your team's kind of snowballing. Tiny, is he going for eggs? Blink. He's got Blink going for eggs next. Good.
Dire's middle
Lena's
tower
going for
is under
Yules. Beano Mech. Bounty gonna go Deso. So it looks like your team's kind of itemizing well. They're doing a good job making space for you. I think you could do a job harassing the Shadow Fiend. Now, this Shadow Fiend's got 70 last hits in the offlane. This guy's out way too far. He's got to die. Like, this guy has to die every single time. And this Prophet, he should get punished too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And that's
Radiant's
I don't know if you're full health or not before that fight. I gotta check just for my own sanity's sake. Run around, get your TP. In case you're at full health when you go in, so that's
Dire's
fine.
middle tower is under attack.
No, you were not. Tread switching, big deal.
Radiant's middle
I mean, you're still
tower
full,
has
so that's
been
fine.
denied. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fight happened. Yeah, when you die to the second, the screw you Requiem, so that's fine. Yeah, it might happen. It was a 3-for-1, another good fight. 3-for-1. Yeah, 2, and I think you got another person, so that's fine. I mean, you're winning your fights. Your team is up. You're crawling back in terms of experience. I mean, it seems like you guys are up a lot more than you actually are. It's because of your last hits. Your team's just lacking last hits. Your Tiny is not doing so well mid. This Shadow Fiend got more last hits than he deserved. Like, this Shadow Fiend had 25, 30 last hits. This game would have been, a bit more one-sided. Is Ember Spirit going Orchid? Is he actually going Orchid? So the other team is itemizing poorly on him. Necrolite, he got a mech early, which is okay. Shadow Fiend's he went mech. Shadow Fiend's going mech. So they got 2 mechs, and they're going Orchid on. So, okay, Tinker's not going mech too. Okay, so they're going Orchids and mechs. This is. So I mean, like just look like if going into the beginning of the game, I knew that they were going to build the items this way and your team was going to build items this way, I would assume your team was higher skilled and had a better chance. Good use of the pounce to maximize your farm. Little things like that go a long way. So that was good. Tread switch. As your Tiny's going all out. Learning to tread switch is a big deal.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It will save you. I mean, save you out. More importantly, it'll save you mana, because a lot of times Slark is just lacking on mana. You just need that. You just need a little bit of mana here or there. Pushing into a Tinker sucks, and into a Prophet. You could have Dark Pacted that off. Not a big deal. Just keep your farm up. Keep your farm up. That's a big deal. If you're a Slark, you can't stack that. You gotta know it was too late. But no, if you're pulling it away to farm, that's great. If you're going to stack, you gotta know. You just know your timing's a bit better. But I couldn't tell you the way. This Prophet's gotta die. You gotta be more aggressive on him. You gotta hunt this guy down. Like, this Prophet has to be owned every time. You can pounce on him. You're not gonna have a way to disrupt TPs, which is unfortunate. So you just gotta hopefully wail on him. If nothing else, steal some stacks of Essence Shift. Just got messaged by someone. I don't want to know who it is. Can't be quiet. Get your drums. It's not the worst timing. So. I mean, you're ahead of last hits, but you only have 108 at 20 minutes. Where are you running to stack it? Run straight back, straight down. Do you get it? I think you blocked this camp because the creeps were too close. Tread switching, that's a big deal. Tread switching is actually a big deal. On someone like Slark, it doesn't really matter as much, but if you're, say, like a Wraith King or a Sven, it's a big deal. One second. This Tinker's on your ass, but he's gotta die. He's gotta die right here. Bounty kill, good. So you're going Sanjin Yasha, that's fine. Sanjin Yasha or Scotty, those are kind of your 2 options. You can get both. I think Where was I? Sanjin, Yash, and Scotty, you can get both, but I think this game you want a Basher pretty quickly because they've got a Tinker and they've got a Prophet. If you can disrupt their TPs, like those are a lot of just free kills. So I consider maybe Sanjin, Yasha, then go Shadow Blade into Basher, or maybe just into Basher immediately. Your team's up, so the fact that your team's up generally means that their team is struggling in a sense. And their Tinker's 0-5, their Prophet's 1-4 and level 9. So at 20 minutes right now, after you finish your... I mean, maybe after Naked Yash, I would have considered going Shadow Blade because... What's this Prophet doing? Like, this guy needs to be hunted. Every time he's on the map, you Shadow Blade and kill him. Tinker has 900 hit points. He can die pretty quickly. I know you can sort of go Shadow Blade and you can blow people up and then in the Basher to deal with it. Ember's going Orchid. So like this team doesn't know what they're doing. So Shadow Fiend's not going damage. Necrolight's gonna go Ags, which is gonna be a big deal later on, but you guys should be steamrolling this. He's almost got his Ags. So like at this point you guys gotta know you're up a lot. I'm gonna have like 6k gold. That's it? Wow. I think they're just farming. There's farming more than you guys. Farming. Yeah, they got 4 guys. Like they've got 4 guys farming where you've got, you know, 1 to 2. So that's why the gold isn't that big of a disparity. So going Sanjin, actually going Shadow Blade, that's good. Definitely a plus. Got a haste rune. Try to turn this into a kill. If you get a haste rune, you gotta pick it up. There's no one near you. There's no one near here. Don't waste your time. Just grab it now. Grab it now and kill whoever's bot. Kill him, pop a drum charge if you have to. But you want to turn this into a... Oh, this guy's dead. Hit your pounce. Hit your pounce. Hit your pounce. No, you waited too long. You got his jewels. Being a little more aggressive there, like that 1 second would have made the world of difference. So when you have a haste rune, make sure you cash in on it. TP out's not a bad idea. Get your Sanjin Yasha, get your mana pool back up. I think knowing when to be aggressive is a big thing. Okay, your timings are really bad. Your timings are really bad. You left with, you're missing 150 mana, closer to 200, and it's one of those times you might not get punished. You might never get punished in this, but between like I mean, it happened twice with your health, with your alt, and it just happened here. So it's a little thing. Just be more aware of when you can trade, a couple seconds for hundreds of hit points or mana. You do it. You were just going out to farm, so a couple seconds would have been a thing. Because if you miss a kill later on, you die because you don't have the mana. That's it's a bit of an issue. You're Tawny just going ham. I don't know how you guys lose this game. I think now like, this is where you start getting your kills. I think is Frown Town for them. Tiny's got his eggs. He's gonna die here. Go up a big streak to the Ember. Emerald finishes Orchid. Hooray for him. Your team should be looking right now to get picks. You and maybe the Lena should be looking to get picks, and then just turning them into fights. So this, nice. That was very good.
Better to burn out than fade away.
Oh, that's gonna cost you. Don't tell me you get out of this. That was a lucky disjoint, but you're dead. I think maybe if you don't dark pack so much, like you're dark packing, but I mean all it does is cost you health. It costs you how much? What, 150? Costs you 150 health every time you do that. So, and the only thing you really need to do, dark pack was the Searing Chains. So when you're running around, try to focus more on your pounce. You could have popped your drum charge there at any point to possibly get out. So that's I don't know, maybe you use it. I missed it. So I mean overall you're playing really well. It's just a few little things that might snowball into bigger things later game, and one little thing might not cost you the game, but if you can do 10 or 15 little things right, you'll win a few games more than you'll lose. And Dota's not a game about making the right. To me, this is Dota. it's not about making the right plays, it's about making the least amount of wrong ones. Minimize your mistakes. And every time you don't tread switch, that's a little mistake. Every time you leave the base without full health or leave the shadows without full health, that's a bit of a mistake too.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Should run around farming. I mean, you haven't been that active either, so I think maybe you're farming a little bit too much. You've got, I mean, you're 3, 4, and 4. Your team's kind of like really going team fight here. Like this Tiny's got, you want Blink first, so he's looking to blow people up. Lena's gonna go blow. Lena always blows people up. Bunny Orange is the fighter. So you've got a lot of last hits, and your team's doing a decent job with that. I think maybe if you're a little more aggressive in terms of fighting, I think right now you're farming a bit too much. Like Shadow Blade's a great item to have, but you've got Sanji and Yasha in drums. Like I mean, right now you got Sanji and Yasha drums in ring. I mean, Necro's got a mech. He's got mech Yules, but I mean he's 1,300 hit points, 1,000, 1,200. He's got Orchid. Who cares? Like I mean, like these items don't do shit. So I mean, he's got he's 5 armor, 1,000 hit points. He's got a mech who's at 9 armor, 1,000 hit points. He's got a shit ton of armor, but between the damage, and your between your team, you'll take him down quickly. And this Tinker's got nothing. I mean, you never go for stat items on a Tinker. This Tinker should be dying every time. And this Prophet again, 1,100 hit points. They didn't even max teleport yet at level 10. So that's wrong. You put a point in stats. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe you put a point in stats. So this Prophet can't be too good. I think you kind of gotta know, like Slark is okay late game, but he's not gonna 1v5. He's not gonna like ruin the balance of a game. I think after you got your Sanji and Yasha, you need to be running around killing people. Maybe with just your Yasha, you run around killing people. Like these guys, like Necro needs Farm to be relevant. Ember needs like a Battle Fury and like one other item. Wow, this Tani is just blowing people up. So I think you're just not fighting enough early on. Like so on some heroes, like on Phantom Lancer, you Dark Pact these dudes out. Use a Dark Pact. Save your. Yep, good. On some heroes, like on a Phantom, like a heroes, like if you said you like playing Phantom Lancer, maybe I think you said Ember too. Like you want to farm with them. Like the later the game goes, the better your odds of winning. With a Slark, he doesn't scale the same way. Like he gets better because he's killing people early in mid game and getting his gold that way. And like Phantom Lancer's a hero who's better because with 6 items, he's pretty much better than any other hero in the game. Slark's a good hero. That's good work of using Dark Pact to get 2 camps at once. I'd cut another couple trees while you were there. It wouldn't have cost you much time, and it might help you out in the future. So Slark is a hero who's better. He carries because he's got 2 items and the other hero's got 1. He doesn't want to get like a 6-slotted Slark is he's 6-slotted Slark. That's a tongue twister. 6-slotted Slark is a hell of a lot better than a 4-slotted any other hero. And a 3-slotted, I mean you got your items. You're ready to fight. So you could have fought 4 or 5 minutes ago. He will shred these guys. Maybe Ember will probably get away. Shadow might be a bit tough. But these other 3 are gonna die. And if you run around killing them, your team get a pick, turn towers. Like all these tier 2s are still up. You guys are up a lot. I think you're farming way too much this game. On Slark, don't farm as much. That's a general thing. So yeah, like this game, like if you want to play Slark like this, go Midas. Like your team's making a lot of space for you. Going drums in Sanji and Yasha is really good if you're gonna be active on the map, and you really haven't been. And I'd maybe use your Shadow Dance a bit later on when you need it. But like this is one of those team fights where, like I mean you can see you've been AFK farming the entire game, and this is offlane Shadow Fiend is right near you, and the Shadow Fiend's got probably more kills. He's 4 on 5, so maybe not. He's got 1 more kill. I mean he's the same level as you though. Like so your safe laner is the same level as their offlaner. You need to prey on this Nature's Prophet and Tinker. Like in general, like it's the same thing like a Nyx Assassin. Like whenever someone picks a Tinker or a Prophet, I want to go Nyx Assassin mid. I want to pick up, I just want to pick up a Dagon, run around Vendetta, and just kill him every time. I want their Prophet to be 0-20. I want him to be pissed off that he played a Nature's Prophet. You want to punish hero. You want to punish people for playing heroes like that, because this is one of the greediest lineups I've ever seen in my life. I've played maybe 4,000 games of just Dota 2, and then. Jeez, like how many games of Dota 1 I played. I was really bad back then, though. But I mean, I'm still bad. But I mean, like look at this. Like they had 3 solo lanes, a jungler, and a guy taking ancients. Like you guys needed to face rush them hard. Tread swap, big deal. Tread swap, but it's nothing. You're just kind of sitting here waiting, not sure what to do. Grab the Invisor and just go in their jungle and kill someone. So. Yep, you see right there. If you grab that Invis, like, they have no vision of that. You run in there, you kill that Prophet. Free kill. You're just... Some heroes look to farm and win late. Some heroes look to just smash mid-game and early game. And Slark's one of those early and mid-game heroes. You've got a lot of items on him. And you're going for a Silver Edge. So you're probably going to break your Sanji and Yasha. And... the problem is, like, it's 30 minutes in, and you haven't really been that active. Like, the kills you got were kind of like, hey, I got a kill. So, like, this Tiny's going to get the kill on the Prophet. And, good for him, but, like, that's your kill. Like that's a kill you got to get. Be more active. Like, run around the map at max move speed and just blow people up. So, Silver Edge is good against Necrolike. It disables Sadist. It disables Heartstopper. It's good against Shadow Fiend for Souls and minus armor. You're farming way too much, dude. Like this is a problem. Like your team, like right now, your team is peaked. Your team is the strongest they were gonna be, in the last 10 minutes. And I mean, Tiny's got room to grow. Like, but look at it right now. If his next items are AC, Manta, and then like Moonshard, that's fine. But he's got his Ags, and he's got 2 items for attack speed. He is at a point where he's got Blink. He's at his point where he can get in there, blow these low hit point heroes up, and after that take buildings down pretty quickly. Perfect. Lena, she just got her Ags. She's ready to practically one-shot this Tinker. Practically one-shot this Prophet, practically one-shot. He's got 2 orbs, so practically one-shot him. Like, so she's looking to blow people up right now. Vino, he's got his Mech and Force. He's got all the tools he needs to be just a valuable utility hero in a fight. Bounty, he's got a Desolator and a Demon Edge. He's looking to go MKB. Your team has peaked. He's got you're getting no track gold because you're never with your team in fights. So I think you can work on that. Is honestly going to be more active. Like you're still farming, and farm is great, but like if you were fighting more, now he pushes. Looks like your team was complaining about people pushing, not pushing, or whatever. You're spending a lot of time just dicking around with your items here. Like you could be here farming. Like one of my big things, and this is I rant about this when I play with people I know or randoms in pubs, is I'm not a pro player, you're not a pro player. The people we play with and against are not. They make bad decisions, and Dota's game of making bad decisions and minimizing them. If you were so right here, like I'm not gonna completely just say this is your fault or anything, because you don't like farm on your Slark, but like right here, your team took a fight. They won some guy. They won mid. They took a tower, I believe, and now they're pushing another tower. They take the tower, and it's 5v4. They've got a Prophet split pushing. So a couple morons here ended up deciding to go in and fight. These 2 guys are gonna die, and you guys go right for high ground. This should be a Rax immediately. Dead. Yep. This guy's gotta die. Shadow Fiend dead. Okay, you lost 2. This Tiny might take out. No. So, if you were there, I'm almost certain you guys get the Necrolite, and maybe you don't lose one of these 2. And if you do that, maybe your tiny's a bit healthier. And then if that's the case, you're going high ground. So, I mean, you're gonna pick up this profit, which is great, but you have to know, like, it seems like your timings are just down in terms of, you know, what you want to do. When you know, you want to, please get this guy. Thank you. Slark's not a great pusher, but sometimes you gotta push with your team. Force people to make bad decisions. Like it's like a 3K game. Like, these guys want to defend this tier 2, so that they TP'd in and died. And like, if you were with them, you wipe that team and you go racks. Allow teams and other players to make bad decisions. Put them in a position to mess up. And if you are there with them, and like that could be a 30-minute racks. And this team, you know, this team can come back from a racks or 2 racks is down, but in 30 minutes, that's a big deal. So I mean, other teams have to be. I mean, that'd still be, you know, the constant pushing in would force you going basher. I mean, your itemization is good. I will say that. I think a couple mechanic things. You want this guy to TP in and then kill him. No, I'd have let him TP it in, then you pounce, blow him up. You want Tinker in on you because you're at 1800 points. He can't do shit on you. So yeah, this Shadow Fiend's got a scout. He's getting bigger. So like, your timing window's starting to close. I mean, it's not like it's closing, but like, you're tiny. He's almost got his AC. You want to be taking racks right now, and there's tier 2s up. You have to know when to push, and like, it seems like your team's ready to do so. Like, I mean, your team's not farming. Your team's taking the fight to him, and at the same time, you're farming. And I think you just might not be on the same page with your teammates. Yeah, because I mean, if you're in a position where you want to carry a late 1v5, and your team's like, hey, let's smash him, win some fights, and just end this game early. And you have to recognize when you're up. You guys are up close to 10k. You have a tiny, you're up over 10k experience. You want to take a Roche, take a good team fight and racks it. You have a tiny on your team who pushes so bad, so fierce. You know, Vino's decent, will push with the wards. Slark's not a pusher, but he's good for getting picks. So I mean, you should be running around getting pickoffs. You've got a Shadow Blade. You went on one guy. Like, you got to get picks. Like, you got to go bot. Like, this guy's got to die. There's Ember. You can't kill him, but
I'll take that.
You're not playing the hero. Like, Slark's a ganker. He's looking for fights early on. He gets stronger with more stacks, and your team wants to fight. So I think that's I think just you're making a bad decision by not fighting with your team. I mean, so right now, like, you've got, I mean, you're effectively 6-slotted. Like, this ring is still a fine item to have. I mean, it's 18 damage. You know, I mean, it's a nice value item. It's you know, it's not a butterfly, but it's insane value. You're going BKB next. BKB, I mean, like, I don't like BKB now because this game, like, you should be fighting. Like, you don't need another item. Like, your team's pushing. You've got a tiny here. You've got a bounty here. I mean, you only have 2 because this Vino's kind of unsure what he's doing. You're going on this Slark. You have to kill this guy. If you don't kill this guy, like, this is a testament to what's going on with your game. All right, he's gonna die. Emac, good. There you go. You got him. So their most farm hero by a wide margin's gone. You guys got a 5-man down their throat. You take the, like, from an ancient stack is good. It's a big stack, and you got some, you know, essence shifts on you. You gotta get some tier 2s. Okay, so you know he's TPing. You go bot and you kill him. You need to be more aggressive on the map. And the problem is, like, I looked at the Dota buff for this game, and like, it really looked like, you know, it really looked like it was a tough game, and you guys just got housed at the end. I thought it was gonna be some Necrolite ults that were just gonna, you know, put you down, and Necro just got, you know, shotgunned. He was by himself and he got punished. So yeah, it's just your team doesn't know what to do. Like, your team wanted a 5-man and you guys didn't 5-man, and now Tiny's kind of stuck doing it. Tiny's taking some towers down. Tiny's going Moonshot next. He's gonna, you know, he's always good, but you guys let Necro get an Ags. Necro Ags is dangerous as all hell. Like how many games were stolen Necro Ags? I don't even want to imagine. Shadow Fiend, he's got Scott, he's going Butterfly. Like, these guys are getting big. He's got a Battle Fury and a Crystallis. He's working on his Dagon. This guy's a wreck. Of course, he deserves to die. So yeah, it looks like you guys want to rack. So you don't want the Ember to get big, because late game they are scary as all hell. And late game, you guys have a tiny, but Vino becomes kind of shitty late game. Bounty Hunter's shitty late game. Bounty Hunter relies on winning early. Lena's good at all points of the game, but she's better when her Laguna does 90% of her hero's damage as opposed to like 40. So I think you guys did a bad job in terms of going for it. Like, you guys could be high grounding right now. Like, you're split up. You guys want a 5-man. You guys, you've got good team fight spells, and in that fight, good. You caught another guy. You guys have to Rax this right now. This guy's dead. He's no way he's not dead. Right now, high ground. I can't stress high ground. High ground. One lane. The Shadow Fiend's down. One lane, two. No, why is this Vino? What's this guy doing? Yeah, there's 2 here. You guys have to be 5-manning mid. 5-on-4 mid. It'd be a 5-on-2 mid right now. This is a Rax guaranteed. You guys you're not pushing. I don't know the communication. I don't know who's saying what. It's just like it comes down to just bad decision making this game. I think you farmed way too long. I mean, again, I'm saying I probably sound like a prick, and I don't mean to. I'm just trying to. Yeah, like look at this. He's gonna melt this. He's gonna melt this tower. Good throw. He dies. He does not get his Reaper Scythe off. No buyback. This is a 5-on-3. This has to be 1 Rax, if not 2. Gotta be 2 Rax. You're going for kill. Good, you back the Ember off. Secure your Rax. He's gonna get Reaper Scythe. This time he's gonna be gone for a while. You're gonna be gone for a while. You could have Shadow Dance there to get out. Instead, you're gonna be down for 2 minutes. Your Shadow Dance got 60-second cooldown. But 1 set of Rax is good. You guys are starting to make the right decisions, but you guys needed this Rax 15 minutes ago. Because if you had it 15 minutes ago, you'd have gotten a 2nd set. So let's look at net worth. Yeah, you've got 1, 2. I mean, look at the drop off. 4K, 4.5K from 1st to 3rd, and you've got let's say 5.5K from their next. I mean, the gold lead's got to be through the roof. Yeah, you guys are like 20K gold. You guys need to be pushing when you guys hit like 10K. It's gonna tank big time because you guys are more from them. And like these guys have heroes that are like they play the greediest lineup in the world. You want to face rush them. You got a BKB now, and now you're going Scotty. I guess Scotty will replace drums, maybe. I don't think Scotty would be good here. I think maybe you just want to go into Abyssal for some lockdown on maybe the Ember. But the big thing right now is that you're trying to out farm a team who has 5 carries late, and your team has at best 3, more likely 2. They win a fight, they get an Aegis out of it. So I'm guessing this is the turning point of the game. You guys probably gonna. This is my prediction right now. You're gonna get picked off. Your team will get picked off a couple times. A Reaper Scythe. You'll delay your pushes. Nature's Prophet's gonna split push a bit. He's awful. This Prophet's awful. There's no way you should be winning this game. Like, he's at 40 minutes. He's got Blade Mail, and not even Orchid. 40 minutes. This Prophet is awful. He's the lowest net worth in the game. He's gonna split push you to death. I'm almost positive he'll split push you to death. Like, you guys have such a gold advantage. You guys throw this game. This is unreal. Like, this is a game I would rage. I would lose my. God, I don't want to say I'd lose sleep at night over it, but I'd be very disappointed because I know this was a game that we should have won. Yeah. Like, I mean, look at this guy. He is so poor. He's got no items. You should have 40 kills on him. You should now be running around farming for 25 to 30 seconds, waiting in the jungle, waiting for him to do something, and hunting him down. And again, your team is here, looking to push. You're not with them. It would be a 5-on-4 if you were there, and you're just likely getting pushed, but you'll eat up damage, and you maybe get a kill on someone. You guys got to get a 2nd Rax. Like, your timing window is really starting to close. You guys are up a shit ton of gold, but like that will drop. That will drop quickly. You're split pushing. You're farming way too much. You're never with your team. So much of Dota. I mean, look at this fucking tiny. Like, look at him. Like, he's like. What, another 1,000 gold? He's gonna be eating that Moonshard for an inventory spot. He's, or he'll sell his boots and get BOT2s or something. He's got Deso MKB. Lena's got a BKB. Your team is just huge. Vino's got Greaves. Like, no reason you guys should not just 5-man racks him.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Like, you're in visual for pick. I don't think that anyone's had detection all game. I'm pretty sure they've never had oh no, Necro's got a couple sentries. But yeah, you guys got to get a racks. You guys have to. I think it's hard to say, like, the games, like, the loss is on you. I mean, like, as a Slark player, I mean, you're doing a good job. There's a couple things I told you to work on earlier. You know, maximizing your ults. You know, heal time. Don't leave the base without full mana, full health, unless you know you're gonna get it back. Don't go into fights without full health if you can avoid it, especially considering that it would have only cost you a little bit. Your team's spreading out now again. I think like a lot. It was good. I think you farmed way too much. Slark wants to gank, especially against heroes. Like, this is a Slark's dream. Tinker and Nature's Prophet. Like, these guys melt, and like, this Prophet's so underfarmed. And this Tinker's got. I mean, this Tinker's got E-Blade, which is a bit rough, but I mean, he didn't have that 20 minutes ago. I mean, it looks like you're going to hunt the Prophet again. He's gonna be gone by the time you get down there. Your team's just statically not doing anything, and you guys are about 15-20k gold right now, over 15k experience. You're 20k. If you guys can't get high ground, like, no matter how, I mean, your hero's gonna be tapping out. Like, right now, like, look right now, like, your items, like, you've got very little room to grow. You can go Abyssal, Manta, and sell this for something else. Tiny, on the other hand, he's at his max damage. He can sell his Blink Dagger, but I kind of think he kind of needs it. Like, Lena, she'll go Sheep. I mean, like, your heroes are, like, they're pretty much at their max capacity. Whereas, like, this is 43 minutes on a Necro. Like, this is what he's got at 43 minutes. He's got a Scotty and a Yules. That's it. And a Talisman. And that's decent. I mean, he's working towards his Butterfly, but he's also really farmed. This Ember, like, he went Orchid. And it looks like he's going Heart or Satanic next. Like, this Ember, he's got a lot of gold, but a lot of it's in useless items. He's got, like, what was it, 3-4k, and an Orchid that does shit. And he's got a Reaver that gives him health, but he doesn't need health. He needs damage. You've got a Tinker who's got E-Blade Dagon 1, who has been pretty much ineffective the whole game. He's 3-9, useless. This Prophet 1-12. Oh my god, I'm getting sick to my stomach watching this game. You guys, I can't believe you guys lose this game. It's a lot of it come down to, I don't want to say it's you. I think it's your team, and you in particular need to do 5-man and get picks and get towers, get your objectives. You have to. I mean, just from the start of the game, you have to know, like, these guys are ultra greedy in terms of their picks, in terms of the farm they need, and you know, we've got good early to mid game pushers. Bounty Hunter's not with the team. You're not with the team. They're gonna lose this fight. You're gonna give up about 6-7k gold. He's gone. You guys get one? No. So how much gold does this cost your team? You're gonna come in late. So you lose 3, but you get an Aegis for 3, maybe 4. This bounty's probably gonna die. Wow. This fight cost you guys 7k gold and 10k experience. If you and the bounty were there, maybe it goes the other way. Maybe not. But at the same time, this fight went so well because Shadow Fiend had the Aegis, because you guys weren't aggressive. You guys didn't take the objectives you could have. This Ember, he got Fury and Crit. He was so poor for the longest time. His first item was Orchid. He was poor for the longest part of the game. You know, Necro eventually got an Ags, but like, look, these guys are used like they want a 3v5 fight pretty much. Like, Tinker can't do shit. So I think the big problem you had, like, you could try to 1v1 this guy. You might be able to get him. You should be able to. BKB charge is fine there. This guy has to die though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's dead. Good. The problem is, like, your Tiny's down for another 40 seconds. You guys really can't push. Like, you got 1 Rax, which is decent, but like they're taking your tier 2s. Like, after that fight, like, this was game. Like, you could almost tell it would require a throw on their part. They're down 15k gold, but they'd be favored in my mind. Necrolite's looking. If Necrolite Reaper slices another person, you guys probably just get housed right here. But I mean, every death that you guys give up is another minute that they get bigger. And that 5 carries get more. They get 5 carry items, and your Vino gets nothing relative to them. This would be a good pick off. Hopefully, you don't. You're gonna die here. You're gonna get scythed. You're dead. Oh wow. Wow, you didn't get scythed. That was. I mean, you didn't die from it, but yeah, I mean, you die. So you're down for another. You want to minimize the amount of time that 5 carries can beat you with. So they just take another tower. So yeah, it just... Your Slark play seems fine. It was your decision making was really questionable this game. You farmed way too much. And you were kind of ineffective on your Slark. You wanted to gank in team fight early with the rest of your team. You had, I mean, with a Bounty Hunter, a Tiny, a Lena, and a Vino, like there's a lot. I mean, you got some late game, but you guys could have snowballed really hard. You are 8-6. I mean, you're 8-6, which is not the worst, but you're 8-6 in a game where you have more farm than I'm guessing the next 2 on your team. No, because Tiny's got a shit ton now. But for a while, the Tiny didn't have much farm. The Cleave really speeded it up. So, while the rest of your team was getting kills, you were getting last hits. And when the rest of your team wanted to get towers, you were getting kills and last hits. And you're now in a position where this game's pretty much over. And the game goes on for another, what, 15 minutes? 20 minutes? It's almost, yeah, 25 minutes. It goes on for another 25 minutes because they just got to get strong enough to just end this. But at this point, you could just tell the game's over. Like, they're just going to itemize better than you. And, you know, E-Blade Dagon 5 on a Tinker gonna blow people up, whereas, you know, Eggs on Vino's great. I mean, Vino doesn't have a blink. Bounty Hunter, he can only do so much. He's not really the best right clicker in the world. And this Tiny is maxed out. He's going BOT. Like, he's got nothing. Like, this Tiny hit his peak about 15 minutes ago. So the big suggestions I can give for you are, mechanically, that's a good smoke. That's a really good smoke. That's a great idea. You guys get some picks, you can take a tower. Getting that double damage was a bad idea for the Tiny. There could have easily been a ward there. You get a pick, you got a pick, you guys got to get a second set of racks. It looks like you're going for it. Did you attack something? Because your smoke's blown. This is a big kill. You guys got to rush down mid, get this wave, and go. 80 seconds, no cooldown. Maybe you can Rosh. You can maybe Rosh, look for another pick, but you guys have to know your window's closing very, very severely, if not closed. You can go for a pick. Someone's got to get back here and push this wave back immediately. So this Vino farming, really bad idea. This Tiny farming, really bad idea. You going for a pick was good, but like the rest of the team, you guys got to push. You guys have to push so fierce, it's not even funny. I don't know how you played the game, how you thought, what you thought your timings were going to be, what you needed to do by when. And this Vino is going to die, isn't he? Out by himself, dead. So now you guys can't 5-man for another minute and a half, a minute and 15. Big deal. And he also that's a 1,000 gold swing and a 1,500 experience swing because this guy's out farming by himself. Oh, his prophet's ratting you out. This awful nature's prophet is ratting you out. You're farming. You are one of the most elusive heroes in the game. You got to be in this jungle looking for kills. So I'm gonna bet right now there's gonna be at least one hero here farming. Prophet's top, and who's in the jungle? What the hell? Yeah, so they've got one guy on the map, one in the jungle, there's your Tinker, and they've got 2 just sitting in base, not sure what the hell to do. Just terrified, because they know you should be out there trying to kill him. I mean, in reality, like, these waves got to get pushed out. You guys should just 5-man push a lane, get your Rosh. I'm assuming Rosh is up right now. Be about 15 seconds. Grab it, check. Come on, dude, check. Stay, you know you want to. Come on, you can do it. Don't. Oh god, it always happens. Always happens. This Rosh should have been big. This kill will be big too. Good pounce. Walked under a sentry. Unlucky. Got him. Turn. Kill your next guy. Pop your BKB if you have to. This is a fight you have to win. You guys have to win this fight and rax it. This Vino should not give a shit about this profit. You guys have tier 2s up. No one gives a shit about tier 2 towers. Like, a tier 2 tower for a rax is a good trade. You don't have to defend tier 2s if you're gonna get a rax in or tier 3 in exchange. That's a big deal. Your team has to know when to do that. So this profit's gonna keep pushing lanes out, which is great. So this is a 5v3 fight. If your Vino were here, this lane is gonna jump on someone. He's dead. He's got to buy back. Use your ult at the right time. That was good. You're building up stacks. You're at like, what, 20 stacks? That Tiny can't die. Okay, so we got to go back and watch this fight. Like, I think you did a really good job here in this fight, so I will say that. Ember's down. Why? Like, this Vino's dicking around. You got to communicate. Like, a big thing about winning games at 3K, in between 3 and 4K, from my experience, is that when everyone's on the same page, even if it's a bad plan, it generally works out more often than not. If it's a bad idea and 5 people are going at it full-heartedly, with all the, if they're all in on it, it'll work out more often than not. And good plans with 3 people in on it and 2 people not will cost you every time. And you guys, I don't know your mentality. Like, this is something you need to work on if you want to improve as a player. Is know when you have to push, when you have to farm, when you need to get pickoffs. And I don't know what you think or how you play the game, whatever. And on a Phantom Lancer, this is fine because Phantom Lancer can outcarry. I mean, not against the number, but Phantom Lancer can generally, he can 1v5 or 1v4 a lot of times. Slark really can't. You needed to fight earlier on. You gotta know you guys need a second reaction. You should be feeling a little terrified that you need a second reaction because this game's gonna be over. This Vino is screwing you over big time. I'd been telling him, man, we need a Rax. I'd tell him I'll trade a tier 2 top for a Rax mid any day, and he should be doing that. So in this team fight, a couple preemptive BKBs pops, and the speed is on half speed. You guys blow this Necro light off. Perfect. Tiny's going in. You jump on this Prophet, right? Oh no, you pop your Shadow Dance. You're healing. Perfect. You're getting your free stacks. Perfect. So God, this sucks. Erlene is low, and he's gonna get Reaper Scythe out, and that's a big deal. And you might get the Shadow Fiend, but after you killed that Necro, you could have backed off, forced a buyback, either waited to re-engage with the Vino or Roche. This is a bad idea. It's gonna, like, this fight recap will, with him dying, if you die and this bounty dies, you'll lose about 8k gold, I think. Dead. That's 3 dead. And a lot of that went to the Tinker, and the Tinker was not rich at all. Yeah, I'm guessing this Tinker shot up a bunch. Well, that's not much. You guys only, it was like a 3.5k, 4k swing. That's not really as bad as I thought, but a lot of it's momentum because you guys can't push for 2 minutes. And they know. They're like, okay, these guys are down. Force a buyback. We're gonna house you guys. And I mean, it's funny. I put it on free cam and I got to see the Ember just saying, "Hey, let's do it up." They know they gotta push. They know they gotta push, and they're gonna do it hard. The Prophet can split push. Why this Necro's farming is bad. 3 down. Force your buybacks, and then force your buybacks on Roche. That's all they do. They force you to buy back. You just lost a shit ton of gold. They'll get a free Aegis out of it. It'll probably go on the Shadow Fiend, who's almost got his BKB. And then they're going to be looking to be the aggressors. And they'll probably take a set of racks with this Aegis, almost certainly. Oh, they gave it to the Ember. I think that's a bad idea. Shadow Fiend's doing so much work. Maybe he doesn't want to give up his TP. I would have given it to the Shadow Fiend. I mean, he's got a heart. That's a bad decision. You guys got lucked out by a lot of their bad decisions. This game really should have been over. I'm sorry you guys lost this game. I feel bad. Tani just housed a Prophet, which is great. You guys got to pick. So you guys got to pick. You guys got to run mid. You got to run mid. You know they don't have Glyph for what in a couple minutes because they used it. And Prophet's down, and he most likely doesn't have a buyback. I mean, they've got an Aegis, but it's still a 5v4. And I mean, if you had Vino last time, maybe the fight goes differently. And you can slow siege and force bad fights, and that's what you guys aren't doing. Is that you're not putting them in positions to make mistakes. You did earlier, and they did on the tier 2, and they got punished. Uh-oh, there's a problem. Tony got picked off because he was by himself. You guys are not showing any coordination. A team of 3K players who coordinate and work well together will beat a team of 4K players who do whatever the hell they want. Almost certainly. That's a good kill. Like, you can't get anything out of this though because the Tiny got caught out. You know, you are running into a problem where your one position guy he got caught out a few times, and your team does not want to work together and get a Rax. I mean, Jesus Christ. And this guy got caught out mid again. You have one guy down, and he gets caught out mid. You cannot, against a Necrolite, get caught out. If I were him, I would be rushing Refresher Octarine Core, because every pickoff is going to make... Every pickoff is huge. You'll see these huge dips. Reaper Scythe kill right there. This was, you know, a couple deaths, but, you know, kill. Like, it's coming down to... You guys are over 20k, and you're going to lose this game. A lot of it was timing, but I mean, like right now, you guys are making bad decisions. I mean, your teammates are getting picked off because they don't know what to do, because you guys were so far up, and you're like, we'll just spread out and farm and just keep winning. You get some pickoffs, and you guys got pickoffs, but you didn't turn those pickoffs into anything. And you're now hitting a point where these 5 carries who got shit on the whole game are, instead of being down 20k, they're down about 5k. And 60 minutes into the game, I will favor this lineup over this one with a 5k farm difference any day. And more importantly, like this Prophet doesn't have Prophet doesn't have the farm, so it's on the Ember, and it's on the Shadow Fiend, and it's on the Tinker. Heroes who do really well with items, whereas the Prophet doesn't really do so well with items. Like, he needs items to be relevant. This Prophet's awful. Like, I mean, I'm not. I mean, he's probably doing his best or whatever. But like this is effectively a 5-on-4 for you guys. This Prophet's dying a lot. He's not really pushing that much. Tiny's to go back for a BKB. What did he sell? Oh, he ate his Moonshard, so that's fine. I mean, like look how big this Tiny is. Like, what can he do right now? Like, he's been 6-slotted for about 25-30 minutes. Lena's still working on her sheep. You know, she's been working on her sheep for a long time. Vino's finally got his eggs, but you're going Butterfly. Like, these items aren't going to do as much for you guys. I mean, this game really just came down to not, like... Unfortunately, I mean, like, your stats are really good. You know, in terms of last hits, you're probably in the top 3. You are tied for first with a Tiny who's got Cleave. And beyond it, you got like 90-something more than their Shadow Fiend who can farm and their Tinker who can farm. These guys have farming mechanisms. You have more last hits than them. That is both a good and a bad thing. Kills, deaths, assists. You are 9-7. I mean, that's rough. This Prophet's getting destroyed. This guy probably should have 35 deaths right now. He should be hunted every time he just respawns. And in terms of net worth, you're highest on your team. The problem is, to acquire that, you sacrificed early on team pushing and the momentum that you guys had. Anyone take Roche timer down? I'm guessing no. Yeah, I'm on. So, you guys also lacking wards now. I mean, it just seems like you guys were so far ahead and it just collapsed. And a lot of that was you not fighting with your team. You're a Slark. You don't like, if you're 6-slotted, that's not the best thing in the world. You want to be owning when you're 3-slotted. Like, usually it's like, in general, like, once you get a Shadow Blade, you should be blowing people up. Like, if you go drums, ring, like Sanjin and Yasha, like, you're doing that to get kills early on. And you don't need to wait for Sanjin and Yasha, you don't need to wait for just the Yasha. And that's the big deal. So, and this game's...
The seeds of fortune.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell, like, when you guys hit here and lost that fight, it was over. whatever gold that you have now is mitigated by the fact that you've got gold on a bounty hunter who doesn't do shit with it, and Alina who doesn't do that much with it. This fight's gonna go poorly for you guys. Someone's gonna get scythed out in this game. Forced out 2 buybacks, so it's a 2 for 2, and now your Tani is housed. That can't happen. Like, they're gonna rax you guys for sure right here. You guys are gonna get raxed, no doubt. Lena buyback was a bad idea. It's one of those things. I'd look at the fight and see what happened, but there's really not much to say because it just came down to you guys letting them get back in the game, get 2 farmed. I think you want to go Abyssal before Butterfly here. Abyssal is guaranteed locked on a hero who's ultra evasive, or an Ecolite whose spell just, wins the game. Without Tanya, you guys can't defend. You've got very little counter push. Excuse me. So, they'll probably take 2 racks here. If they don't take 8 racks, I would be shocked beyond belief. You're gonna get a kill on the Tinker, good, he'll buy back. Big gone, no buyback. Why do you not have buyback? Spent money. Gotta save for buyback, because you guys can easily. This is game right here. This is almost certainly 2 sacks, 2 sets of racks, probably 3. Yeah, you need to save for buyback there. That's a big thing. It's easy to especially with a Necrolite. Yeah, and your team's just feeding here. Like, this is game. She got lucky. She popped her BKB. Yeah, it's unfortunate to see you guys lose this game. You guys are up so much. You gotta farm less. Slark does not need items to be that good. That's why there's a huge. That's nice. That's a nice little kill there. That's why you don't see so much in pro games. I don't know if you watch pro games or not. Heroes like Medusa, Anti-Mage, they're not seeing. Anti-Mage is seeing some play, but not as much as you would think. And like late game heroes that require a lot of farm are kind of falling off the map, and it's generally heroes that can fight earlier game. In the last patch, it was Juggernaut and Troll and Sniper because they'd be able to fight with 1 item. And you're seeing heroes. Heroes like Shadow Fiend are just insane because they don't need that many items to go. And like Slark is a fine hero, he just needed to be active earlier on in the game. So that's really what I can say for that. In terms of playing with pubs, it's really hard because sometimes you get people who are really friendly, sometimes you get people who are dicks. Sometimes you're really nice to people in their scrubs, sometimes you're really a dickie and people are as nice as nice can be. So, just try your best to communicate with what you need in your lane. There's a big deal popping BKB. It's, I don't know, maybe it's like a rage BKB pop. But I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because we all know the outcome now. You can see them. Yeah, they got too big. And that's one of those things like. You guys kept getting this lead by getting kills and never turning them into towers or racks. You got a racks eventually, but it was way too late. Yeah, your last hits are through the roof, and like honestly, it's good on a carry, but no reason to farm that much on a Slark. So try to be more active. It's one of those things where. Sometimes you want to say, hey, what? When you're a carry, the default thing is, hey, let's go farm, because hey, nothing's going on. Our team's getting kills. Let's farm. The problem is, it's like, hey, what item do I need to win this game? And I don't know what that answer is for you as a Slark, because. It's a promising fight, kind of. This Tawny keeps getting Reaper Scythe. He's got a BKB. Yeah, probably gonna just Mega E out. That's unfortunate. Fucking Lena noob reported. I don't know why. I gotta go back. I gotta see this little team exchange you guys have. Raging in all chat, I don't blame you. Stuff going on, fight. Kill some stuff, kill some dudes, farm. Team fight goes on. I don't know why he'd be raging at the Luna. You guys wanting to Roche didn't have enough ward vision. I mean, that's 3 for 3, but I mean, like when you're fighting, you get some kills here. The problem is, like if this was not a Necro, Lena Noob reported. No, yeah, I feel like it was 4 people doing one thing and you kind of doing your own thing, and that will cost you big time. Fight with your team more, especially on a hero who just thrives during like he wants to fight. He gets stronger with Slark gets strong with more damage done. And I mean, you guys can defend these megas for a while. 7-8 minutes. Like all you guys can do is just force him to throw. Just wait for a bad fight. Get your abyssal. You should be looking for a gank right now. Like if you catch this tanker out, this would be a big fight. If this Lena dies, it's a problem. There you go. Oh, thank God. He wasted a lot of time, and you guys blew a glyph because of it. There's 4 down. You guys need a 5-man mid right now. You can't. I mean, you guys are screwed this game. Yeah. So what we learned from this is fight with big thing. Fight with your team. You're a Slark. You want to gank. You get 14 kills, but at the 30-minute mark, I'm gonna guess 3 or 4. 3. Yeah, so you got some kills late game because you were situated for late game. The problem is they had 5 carries, you guys had 2 and change. So yeah, I mean, when you trade farm on one of your carries for farm on 2 or 3 of theirs, it's just a bad trade. Your team was snowballing so hard. So hard. I mean, when you guys were up, we'll call it the 20-minute mark. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you guys are up. This is before it starts really going up. This is where I want to be right here. It's 35, 36 minutes of the game. You guys are on your upswing. Every time you take a fight, it's got to be a tower. It's on you to get the pickoffs, and them to house to get that Rax. You guys take a Rax here, I think. Yeah, you guys get a Rax here. 39 minutes. Like, that way it's gonna naturally push. You guys look for you. It's on you to get the pickoffs. You're the ganker hero. You and Bounty should be roaming together. You guys should be best friends. You and Bounty running around, killing this Prophet every time, getting more gold, and then the rest of the guys just, hey, we got a pick. Let's 5-man. Pushing it against the Tinker is really hard, but make it work. So, oh, is there some rage at the end? Defending as much as you can, and they got you. Easy mid, blah blah blah. Hard ancients. Yeah, you played against an ultra greedy lineup, and you kind of just played passively. That's on you. Sorry.
Teacher's gift arrives.
Yeah, I mean, you ended the game 6 slaughtered, but you lost, and that's really. I mean, you had a decent KDA. It was 29/9. That's over like 3.2 or something. So, I mean, the problem is like you let their team with all the carries in the world get into it. Like that Prophet who sucked ended the game with 400 last hits, and I mean, he was 4 and 17. You could have just hunted him, and you'd have had kills. And hunting him is going to get you more for your team than farming. And that was a problem. You had 529 last hits. I mean, that's good on a Lancer or like a safe lane carry, but like you're a ganker. Like you just played Slark the wrong way. So hopefully that gives you some thoughts, food for thought. If you want to discuss it more, just ping me on Reddit or add me on Steam. Almighty Center is my name. Maybe discuss it, maybe help you out a little bit more, or you can give me some thoughts and we can discuss things. I mean, that's how you get better. Another set of eyes, talking about things because maybe you disagree with some things I say. Talk to me about it. Maybe you'll teach me something. Maybe I'll teach me something. I mean, it's how you get better. Is having other people take a look at your stuff and figuring out what you're doing that might be wrong. So nice game, nice try. Hopefully you get more aggressive in terms of ganking and team fighting as like heroes like Slark later on. So I'll put this up on YouTube and you can watch it, and hopefully this helped. Big things to touch over again: tread switching, utilizing your Slark alt and fountain regen. Team fighting is a big thing, and lasting on a tower if you don't know how to do it. If you don't, just there's videos on it. Just spend the 10 minutes watching a video. It's probably less than that. Spend 10 minutes just practicing in a game, getting it down. Because I mean, if you play 100 more games of Dota, the extra 15-20 minutes you spend learning that is going to make your games more enjoyable. And if you play more than 100 more games of Dota in your life, it's just the value. It's such a huge net return. So let me know if it helps, and good luck in the future.